YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. You're brand new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, the bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the topics in cryptocurrency. And guys, welcome to the late night show with J Talks Crypto. I think that's what we're gonna call it, guys. I'm trying to find a good title for the late night show, guys. It's real late right now on the west side. It's 10:44. 10:44. We're gonna talk about some Toshi. We're going to talk about some Bitcoin. We're talking about it all, guys. But before we get into that, I got to let you know, just like I always let you guys know, that I'm not a financial advisor, and listening to people off the internet is about the dumbest thing you can do in the whole wide world. So do not buy anything based off this video. You got to be an idiot to do that. We're going to talk about some Toshi. We're going to talk about some Bitcoin. Here we go, guys. You guys can see total market cap right now coming in at a 3.4. Fear Greed Index coming in at 68. Market looking a little bit volatile, right? Our big five is starting to switch up a little bit, but one thing is for sure, and that's ETH is just steady chilling in the top coins. Seems like ETH has been in these top coins now for the past couple weeks, and definitely something that I'm paying attention to. As a matter of fact, ETH is performing very nicely. As a matter of fact, look, ETH up another 2%. Look at this ETH chart compared to altcoins compared to Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is coming in right now at a 62 on the dominance, so we're starting to see all these altcoins move just a little bit, right? Oh, I told you guys the order of operations. There's an order of operations, okay, in crypto, and that's that first usually Bitcoin runs, right, and then Bitcoin drops dominance, and then we'll see DeFi usually run, right? That's kind of what we're seeing a little bit, right? Ethereum starting to pump. I bet you if we look across the board, we'll probably see most of the gains occurring in DeFi. You can see a lot of stuff down. Ethereum up like 3%. Binance up like 1.3%. Solana up 0.95. Sui up 8%. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could see kind of where the money's going. Right? It's kind of flowing into DeFi. Polkadot, another DeFi, right? Plenty DeFi projects. A lot of them starting to perform a little bit, right? But the question is, when alt season, bro? When alt season? As you guys can see, Fear Greed Index coming in at a 68. And just last week, we were at a 69, right? And last month, we were at a 51. But why wasn't you buying in March when it was at a 15 and you was crying? Why wasn't you buying down here when I was telling you that we in an accumulation zone? Down here is the best time to be in the market, right? But everybody else will tell you the opposite. Everybody else will tell you, dude, the market's doing so great right now. This is amazing. It's so euphoric. It's like Disneyland. It's not gonna be like Disneyland forever, homie. It's gonna be like Goliath, homie. Like the right measurement thing gonna go down, boy. But again, guys, that's what kind of happens when we in this extreme greed state, right? I was hoping that we would see a little bit of a correction. To be honest with you guys, I do think that we should see a little bit of a correction if we want to have a longer, more fruitful cycle. In my opinion, we need to see a little bit of volatility happening on this fear greed index. And in my opinion, a 68 is still just a little bit too high for me. I would really like to see this thing somewhere really in this orange again. To me, it's very necessary. We're very greedy right now, guys. The market's very greedy. I know it may not feel like it, but to me, it does feel like it, guys. There's people making wild claims and stuff like that. And again, when they're doing that, the big institutions, they're just rubbing their hands together and they're just laughing because they're like, ha, 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 fool, right? But not us, guys, because when they're greedy, we're fearful. And when they're fearful, we're greedy, right? So I'm definitely paying attention to this fear greed index because, again, it's been a good cycle top predictor. It's not always going to be, but it's held pretty true. Yeah, not financial advice. I'm not telling you this is going to be 100%. We just use indicators, guys. All we can do in this game is use indicators. That's it, right? Let's talk about some Toshi because I know y'all want to talk about some Toshi. Of course, my internet tripping, homie. Look at Toshi, guys. Toshi's starting to do pretty good, right? Starting to possibly see a retest on some of these levels. Maybe a possible breakout on this 5-minute. Big price action happening really within just the past 15 minutes, An hour, right? Let's see. Really within the past, yeah, like 15 minutes. Look at this nice bull flag forming here. Gotta break up here, boys. Gotta break up. We really want to see a push up towards this 300 mil. Definitely possible. Again, I told you guys that this is probably going to be a very volatile trade, especially right now. And if you say that I didn't say that, let me just tell you right now, this is going to be a very volatile trade. Okay. So just be ready for that. Again, we've been talking about this bull flag that's possibly playing out, and it's looking like it wants to print. Now we do have to break above some of these other levels here, but in my opinion, if we could see a retest of even 300, that would be insanely bullish, and I feel like we would get a lot of buy orders coming in. But again, I don't know. I don't know the future. Anything can happen. They could go right back down, right? It is what it is. But at the same time, this is not a bad chart. Look, we're testing this third Keltner channel here, this top level, and usually, when we create this shoulder, head, shoulder, and do not break that trend, right? When we don't break the neckline and we have another retest, sometimes it's a good thing. So we'll see if that can be a possibility, or again, if Bitcoin does, or if Toshi coin does need to simma, right? We'll see. As you guys could see, 1 hour looking like it's in decision mode at 11 o'clock at night, bro. Is this going to be one of them situations where you wake up in the morning and then it's like you got the tooth fairy came last night, left you some bread under your pillow? Or is it going to be the opposite? Is the tooth fairy going to jack you, homie? No, I'm just kidding. But as you guys could see, the price is hopefully making a recovery. Again, shoulder, head, shoulder, but we broke up, we broke out, right? This is positive, especially if we can use this level of what was resistance now as support, right? If we can bounce off of this, create some support here, again, we have a giant bull flag that could still be possibly forming. And that's what I said in my last video. This could be a bull flag, right? And as you guys could see, we have another bull flag now forming possibly. So this makes me feel good. Again, I don't know what the heck is going to happen. Anything can happen, right? But I do like the fact that we're starting to see some more positive price action in the market for Toshi. Starting to see more volume as well. So definitely paying attention to this break. This could be a big breakout for Toshi, guys. Again, had to touch some key levels, right? Some key lows. Sometimes we have to see a retest of some lower levels, but it's a good thing. This is what I've been telling you guys. Creating new levels of support is actually really good. It's super important. It's super duper important that we create new levels of support, because when we don't, then we have a giant run up like this, and then the price comes right back down like this, and it has to catch somewhere, right? It has to catch on one of these levels. And so again, because there's not a ton of support, sometimes it'll see a big sell-off. Just something to pay attention to, right? Now, if this trade wants to break down again, you guys can see, we don't have a ton of support. We do have some support, right? You see all this chop right here? Could be levels of support that we could find, right? Maybe when we bounce off of here, like this 279 would also be a retest of this little area right here. I would think that would probably be the more realistic one, but also we could see more of a drop down, right? We created some support down here as well, which is this level right here. So also something to pay attention to. That's down at 258. Just tell you guys both the bullish and the bearish case scenarios, because again, anything can happen. But I'm just paying attention to these levels. If this thing decides it wants to break up though, again, we have a bull flag forming here. We know that bull flag can be a very bullish pattern. All right, let's go see where else we've seen these bull flags play out. As a matter of fact, look at Bitcoin coming in 109. Maybe he's coming back. Maybe it's Bitcoin comeback season. But look, this is a bull flag right here. Flagpole, flag, breakout, flagpole, flag, breakout, right? Look at Toshi. Flagpole, flag, possible breakout. Interesting. Maybe not. I don't know. Anything can happen, right? But at the same time, I do feel a lot better about this type of price action. I was telling you guys about the fact that we still had a bull flag, even forming on the 1 day, looking super solid. This is big. This is actually possibly a big opportunity right here. Possibly. Could be an opportunity, or again, we could drop down and there could be some cheap prices in the market. But again, if this thing wants to break out, above, really above like this 300 level here, I think this thing could start really pushing up. We really got to get above this third Kelton channel. We got to have a good solid close. And I told you guys how important it is that we have a good solid close on the day, right? Now you guys can see we got a new daily candle starting to print. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Will it be bearish? Will it be bullish? I don't know. I'm bullish on it. I think that based off this chart, this is solid. Solid, I think. I don't know. Not financial advisor, I can't really tell you. But again, giant bull flag here for me. This coin is definitely one that is showing signs of life, showing signs of demand. So again, it's one that I'm definitely paying attention to. But what do you guys think? You guys think Toshi's going to see a big breakout? Will it happen tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Maybe, again, we see some good price action happen on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we be printing, right? So I told you guys it might possibly happen, right? There's supposed to be some big speech happening on Thursday also. Sometimes I keep track of those types of things. Sometimes I don't. I really go more off the chart. I'm more of a TA guy. And some people like, TA don't matter when there's a war. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know. Because when I follow the TA, whenever it's a time where it can go up or down, just sometimes it just feels like they're jacking around the price a little bit. But again, it's important to know what's going on, but then also at the same time, I don't get too involved because there's a lot of FUD, and I just try to go by macro indicators of prior cycles and things like that to not deter me away from all the FUD that is going on, because there's going to be FUD, guys. There's always FUD, right? Every Bitcoin cycle, China's going to go to war against Bitcoin. India's going to ban it, right? Then they're going to crack down over here. These guys are going to crack down. And now, look, we have all these people that are now getting more bullish on it. Guys, they've been buying it the whole time. What the? They've been buying it the whole time, and y'all been selling the tops every time. And then, yeah. Anyway, just something I've observed over time. Again, I'm not getting too caught up in the FUD. Maybe we get a fudge sandwich on Thursday. Maybe it's bullish. I don't really know what's going to happen. All that I know is, again, this cycle right here does not look like we've had a blow off top. It looks very similar to Trump's last cycle, where we just have this kind of steady growth. And then, again, we have a blow off top, kind of steady growth, and then hopefully a blow off top. Somebody asked me when this bull cycle started, or when it's going to be over, or how long do I think it's going to last. First of all, guys, I can't predict the top. I can't predict the bottom. I don't know. I don't have a magic crystal ball. I don't own like 99% of Bitcoin like people think, like, oh, dude, it went down because you said that. Dude, this is a $2.2 trillion asset right here. I have no clue what the heck is going to happen. I have no power over Bitcoin at all. Some people would swear I do. They swear I make a video saying Bitcoin might go down. And then when Bitcoin goes down, they just feel like it's because I sold my Bitcoin. Trying to teach you about a market cap, but you just don't get it, right? Again, man, that's why I don't listen to a lot of noises in the space. There's a lot of noise that's going to be in the space. That's the whole point, guys. Don't listen to the noise right now. You know, there's a lot of indicators that are showing that we have not broken down. There's no reason to think that we have broken down, right? We have higher lows on the 1 month, 1 year, double bottom, cup and handle. The only thing that's not looking so hot on this 1 year chart is this rising wedge. But again, we could turn this around. We know that price action does not happen on a Tuesday, right? We're not going to do 100x on a Tuesday. And we're probably not going to do 100. Actually, no. Well, let me tell you, we're not going to do 100x in Bitcoin or in Toshi in a single day. Okay, just want to knock that out the park right there, just so that you have a realistic expectation of real life. So just know that that's not going to happen in 1 day. That's crazy. You know, maybe it can go up 100%. Toshi coin can definitely go up 100% in a day. We've done it before. Right? We've definitely ran up 100% before in a day. As a matter of fact, last time we did it was kind of around here, right? When Toshi shot up here, went up to 300 million, and it had a little retest, it shot all the way up to like 600. Yeah, we did that before. We've done it before. So again, I could tell you that it's definitely possible for this thing to absolutely explode. We've seen it happen. So just something that I'm paying attention to. Again, we haven't broken down yet. There's a nice bull flag forming. I know there's going to be a lot of FUD and a lot of people saying all kinds of things. But again, I'm patient on this. I've been telling you guys, I'm patient. I told you, it's going to take more patience than most people are going to want to have. And don't you just feel like it just should happen already? Isn't it just feel like that? This should just happen already, right? Well, guess what, guys? What if the recovery does take until July? Then what? Then what? It's going to be agonizing, right? It's going to be gut-wrenching for some of you guys that were over-leveraged, right? Welcome to cryptocurrency. Welcome to it. It doesn't pump when you want it to. We don't play by our own rules. We don't set the rules, not Crypto J making the rules. Guys, I had to learn. Okay? You're swimming with whales. You just gotta be in line. And you just gotta know when these guys are gonna turn because you want to be up out of their way. So again, just something to pay attention to, guys. Like this chart, in my opinion, still looking really solid. I think that this could be a possible breakout here. Again, maybe it's fake. I don't know. But I feel good about Toshi seeing this breakout on this 15-minute. Again, possible bull flag we just talked about. This thing looks like it might want to tear up. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. I'm not a fortune teller. It's just an estimation. It's just a guess based off of technical analysis and staring at this charts all day long. But again, the market can go either way. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll catch you next video. Peace.